And we are live here at the City of Lake Worth Beach for the 2023 Crossing Awards ceremony! Wow, what an eruption of joy. It almost sounds like we have a live audience. That little audio clip worked well. Now, just kidding. We are here, and we are live, and we have a packed house, standing room only, with some beautiful faces, beautiful community here, and we just want to say thank you to everybody here in person and to everybody out there in live stream land for tuning in. We appreciate you. We love you, and we just want to express our sincere gratitude for you being here, the gratitude for the community coming together, the gratitude for us being able to share this special moment in time, the gratitude for each and every one of you, volunteers, captain, crew, staff, paddlers, for everybody who has made an incredible commitment of time and energy, courage, money, resources to be here to make this evening possible. It wouldn't be possible without you. So thank you. A couple items we want to cover before we dive into the actual live stream awards and acknowledgments. Tonight marks a very special night in Crossing history because we are right on the precipice of hitting an all-time new fundraising goal for the Crossing. Many of you were with us in Bimini when we got to celebrate together that we broke our 2019 total fundraising record of $672,000. And tonight, I can almost assure you by the time this program is done, we will have broken a new all-time goal and record of $700,000 in fundraising. So what that means is we need a couple people out there who are tracking it. So if you can pull up the Classy Crossing site on your phone and just hit refresh every couple minutes, let's keep an update rolling. But last I checked, we were hovering right around 690,000.
Right there, almost 689.7.
Pretty close.
Someone else get over.
We're getting there. Also, if you have your phones with you, which I'm sure most of you do, and for those tuning in on live stream, we're nearing 7,000 followers on Instagram. And although we're not here to just gain followers, we don't see those as followers. We see them as family and as community, because as we grow as an organization, as an event, the voice of the cystic fibrosis community grows. And that's what this organization is about advocacy and fundraising to make a difference in the lives of families with cystic fibrosis. So, if you can, take some pictures, share it, post it, send some text messages to friends, family while you're sitting here this evening. Invite them to follow our page. Invite them to tune in on the live stream so we can all enjoy the achievement and the celebration of this evening together. A couple housekeeping items as well. We will be at one point calling up all board members, so if you're a board member in the house, be prepared for that. We will be inviting all of the award winners, especially the competitive award winners, to come up. We are going to be limiting the sharing of those competitive divisions based on the time availability for tonight's show and for the evening to the first place finishers only. So if you're a first place finisher, you're welcome to share a couple special mentions, and then we'll move on. We'd love to have everybody share, but it's just not possible to keep this unless you guys want to be here celebrating on the beach tomorrow morning for the sunrise.
But Travis, they can share on their social medias and tag us very easily. So if you can't share here, post it online and tag us.
And all the graphics from tonight's live stream will be available. So if you want to go back and watch the live stream as well as the beach landing live stream, you can do that on the Piper's Angels Foundation YouTube channel, which I'm certain all of you are already subscribed to the Piper's Angels YouTube channel. So I know we've got lots of wonderful subscribers and family in the house here. All right. One or two other things before we dive in. Just so you are aware, as a preface to tonight's award ceremony, all of the event staff, right? We have people here, including myself, that from 2013 on, we participate in the event. We are participants. We paddle, right? And some of us paddle in competitive categories. Any of the race staff or the event staff and or directors, despite participation in the competitive categories, do not accept cash prizes from this event or from the organization. So just a heads up on that so you know and you understand that if one of the board members, one of the staff members, participants comes up, accepts an award, that's simply an acknowledgement of their competitive placing, and they do not accept those cash prizes. All right. Now, this might sound a little crazy, but is anybody familiar with Jupiter Donuts?
Was it Mason?
Ayana is proudly displaying. So they are not a sponsor, by the way, but we know people get really excited about these donuts. And there's some in here, and we will pass this around. So just to raise a hand, if you love Jupiter Donuts. Now, if you don't know what Jupiter Donuts are, they are the greatest donuts on planet Earth. Not just me, not just me. Here's what I'm going to offer. Any person in this room or anybody watching on live stream, anybody who makes a $100 contribution or more to tonight's fundraising. So from this point on, we can track it on our Classy. So if you go on to the Crossing Classy page and you make a contribution to anybody, any paddler, or to the main page itself of $100 or more, myself, along with some of our staff members and board members, will personally deliver an assorted 12-pack of Jupiter Donuts to your front door. You tell us the kind of donuts you want, we will place the order, we will go pick up your donuts, and we will bring you your Jupiter Donuts. Please note, quiet, 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 listen up. This is very important. I know this is exciting. We knew the donuts were going to be 2 deliveries. Oh my gosh. Only limited to the St. Lucie, Palm Beach County, and Broward County areas. It's a tri-county delivery. That's it. We're not going to Miami, I'm sorry. We're not going to Jacksonville, and we're not going to Tampa. But so anybody online, we will track it, we'll follow it. If you make a contribution online, if you're on live stream, just put donuts in the comments, and we'll know to follow up with you for your donuts.
We'll also be auctioning off a private coaching session by Casey for prone or stand-up paddling.
And tonight, at one point in time, we will get into a live auction. We have some amazing live auction items, which we'll touch on in just a minute. Remind me not to forget that valuable contribution to the live stream, to the... All right, we can put the donuts down. We're actually going to pass them around. Oh, boy. If anybody wants a donut, there's donuts. They're delicious.
Can we have that?
Okay.
Oh, who are you? A date with you.
All right.
I will cook for 10.
Okay, here's my sincere moment for you. You guys know that I get super passionate about what we do. I thank you, and I also apologize if I ever get long-winded and or seem to be blasting you with too much energy. I've been told I need to practice gentle enthusiasm. Hane.
Nay.
Okay, so here's my gentle enthusiasm. In 2013, do you guys know what we're celebrating this year as? We're celebrating our 10-year anniversary since the first crossing. Now, we didn't actually do 10 crossings in a row because after the first crossing in 2013, I never had any intention of ever doing it again because it was really very difficult, as many of you have experienced. But what was also very difficult was what Piper was going through. And when she got really sick and when she was in and out of the hospital, when she got her feeding tube for 2 years, her long-term IV port, what we saw as a CF family, it became really clear. For 70 years, all of the energy and fundraising has gone to research for a cure. And there are amazing drug therapies that are helping people with CF live a lot longer. Their life expectancy is dramatically increased from infancy in the 70s to now 30s, 40s, 50s, and beyond. In this country, all around the world, there are still children with cystic fibrosis in 94 countries, hundreds of thousands of people with CF who are still suffering and dying at a very young age. And their parents are seeing the success we have here. They're seeing it happen, and we're going to do something about it. And that's part of our mission and part of our vision. But in 2013, and this is what I want to share for everybody here because you were part of the crossing. Just hang with me for a second, okay? When I reflect on it, 2013, 4 paddlers, 2 boats. We set out. We got a low-pressure system, 6 to 8 foot seas, breaking swells in the Gulf Stream. We left at 5 p.m. in Bimini thinking it would take 20 hours. 15 and a half hours later, we arrived in Riviera Beach. During that trip, I was cursing myself for getting these people into it. We were all seasick, all fatigued. Kyle Acknowledgments was actually the only one who was still having a good time, making it seem like, wasn't that big of a deal, but it was. It was a big deal. And we, in that trip, right, it was 100 miles to the Riviera Beach Marina. During that trip, there was a window of time where it got really kind of dangerous, and we were scared about the conditions, and we said, you know what, why don't we relay from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. until the sun comes up so we all feel a little bit safer about this. So 5 p.m. to 3 a.m. through the dark, and then we relayed, we got back in the water, and we finished. Well, I beat myself up pretty hard that year about it because I didn't complete it. I didn't do what I said I was going to do. I was going to paddle from the Bahamas to Florida. Yeah, we had a great success, right? The media articles were published. They named Piper's Angels paddle from the Bahamas to Florida. We raised money. We did something great. But down deep, it bothered me that we didn't really paddle from the Bahamas to Florida. Well, fast forward 2017, now we're creating Piper's Angels Foundation. 34 paddlers, 10 boats. We set out. 40 miles in, Admiral of the Fleet, Sean Dunleavy, pulls up next to our group. Well, 5 miles away, there was a thunderstorm with lightning. You guys got to get in the boat, and you need to move. I'm not getting in the boat. Travis, you got to get in the boat. Sean, I'm not getting in the boat. I've been through this once before. I'm not getting in the boat. I'm making it to the beach. Travis, you got to get in the boat. Got in the boat. We moved. Got back to the beach. We didn't sacrifice any mileage. We still made the same distance. But I didn't make it beach to beach. Now it's 2 years, right? Life didn't go as planned. 2018, here we go again. 100 paddlers, 30 boats. The event tripled in size. We leave Bimini, perfect conditions, beach to beach. A lot of people made it that year. Life sort of went as planned. 2019, fairly rough conditions. 23 miles in, lower herniated disc, back seizes up. I got to get in the boat. I can't paddle. Didn't go as planned. 2020, global pandemic. We're in a respiratory disease community, had to cancel the event. We nearly lost the foundation. Thanks to some amazing people, the foundation survived. Didn't go as planned. Nobody paddled in 2020. 2021, rough year. On a relay team, 13 miles in, everybody seasick on the boat, had to run back to Florida. 2022, beautiful conditions. Made it beach to beach, went iron for my second time. 2023, relay team, left the beach, a little rough in the beginning, flat across the middle, lightning at the end, had to get in the boat and move. Now I say this because I know many of you committed a lot to this event. But what I want to reflect on is that this was my 7th crossing, and I've only made it twice iron. And I've had to get in the boat many times because of lightning, because of my back, because of seasickness. Adversity is the biggest lesson we can take away from the cystic fibrosis community. And adversity, in any form, especially in this event, helps us transcend our self-interests. I know many of you set out as competitive paddlers to do something, and many of you had to get in the boat and move. Some of you fortunately didn't. And I just want to share from my perspective that I understand. For those out there in live stream land, for you here, I understand how difficult it is to get in that boat. It is the hardest thing after paddling 40 or 50 or 60 miles and doing the hardest thing of your life to have to get in that boat. But life doesn't always go as planned. And that is the everyday reality of cystic fibrosis families. It just doesn't go as planned. But that's not why we came here to this beautiful earth. And I would invite you to just consider that the adversity is what's helping empower you to transcend the limitations that you might perceive in your life. Because that's where you step into courage. Because adversity is the starting line for courage. And in this event, it applies greatly. And in the CF community, it applies entirely to those lives, those people with CF and the lives that they lead and their families. So I just wanted to share that from my perspective after 10 years, right? That when you guys come out next year or the year after, that's a big ocean. And the weather, the conditions, the wildlife are an X factor. Fins up.
We finally went viral. Finally.
So this year, and just to end on that note, this year, we always put a quote on the back of the medals. Last year, it was a quote by one of our amazing CF advocates. This year, the quote was from Martin Luther King Jr. And you may ask, well, why MLK Jr.? Because Martin Luther King Jr. used to go to Bimini Big Game, stay in Cottage 3, which some of you stayed at this week, and used to go there to write, to get away, to have a moment to reflect. And his quote is that the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. As we completed this event, many of you were challenged. Many of you maybe even tasted controversy as to how the whole thing ended and how it wrapped up. But how do we respond? How do we show up? And how do we continue to build on the success of what we share here together so that every CF family that we touch through this organization understands that you're in their corner? Because when you're in our corner, you're helping us when we're in theirs. And that's the bottom line. And that's the bottom line. And that really is ultimately what matters. All right. My name's Travis. I'm the executive director and founder of the Piper's Angels Foundation and the Crossing for Cystic Fibrosis. And to my right are three of the most incredible angels on the face of this planet. People who have worked day in and day out, nights and weekends to make this organization what it is. So if you'd like to introduce yourself, I'd love to invite you to do that.
Hi, everyone. Beautiful to see a lot of familiar faces and a lot of new faces here tonight. My name is Ayanna Sugarman. I am the Director of Operations for the Foundation, and I co-produce the international side of the Crossing. So all of your logistics that happen as soon as you touch base is part of my team. And I didn't know anything about cystic fibrosis when I met Travis. I met this guy, and with his non-gentle enthusiasm, was like sucked in and enthralled with everything that they were doing. And it was the best decision I ever did in my life to come be part of this family. I know I'm not alone saying that. When you come to the Crossing or to Piper's Angels Foundation, it's not just an organization or some sporting event you check in and check out and bring home a ribbon. You walk away with friends and family for life and a deeper appreciation and understanding for, as he said, adversity, for love, and for community. And I'm honored to stand here tonight to honor you guys, because it's each and every one of you that made this possible tonight. So thank you.
Hello, friends. Good to see all of you here. I love you all. My name is Casey McCullough. I am the programs director for Piper's Angels Foundation. So that means I get to connect directly with our CF families and connect them to the resources that we're able to provide thanks to the fundraising by all of you. And I am also the co-director for the mentorship program for the paddlers. Go paddlers, y'all did awesome this year.
Hi, everybody. My name is Tatiana Timms, and I am a part of a CF family. I have been involved now for 4 years. This was my fourth Crossing for Cystic Fibrosis, and I am a part of the Timms family. So we are a CF family. Our CF warrior is Megan Phillips. She was Timms until Travis married her 2 years ago. And I just want to let you guys know that I've paddled now as a volunteer. I've worked for the foundation now for over 3 years, and the amount of growth and just the expansion of this event and this foundation has really meant the world to not only my family, but the CF families that we help throughout our programs and throughout the CF for the Crossing for CF. So I just want to let you guys know that we're so grateful for you. This is my fourth award ceremony, and I can tell you it has grown immensely since we've started. So I just want to give you guys a round of applause for being here.
All right, grab your Celsius.
I got tequila. Eterno Verano tequila.
Celsius or tequila. Some Eterno Verano tequila. Celsius, our title sponsor, longtime sponsor, Eterno Verano. We want to cheers to everybody out there watching. Cheers to everybody here. Thank you for making this the best year ever.
Cheers.
All right. Now we're going to announce a few live auction items. The live auction will take place a little later in the show. But to begin,
Travis, we still have killings too, and we have like another igloo.
okay.
Igloo if you want the cut.
We're going
Okay.
to auction off Shark Dive with Cassie,
Okay.
and they're telling me I should cook dinner for somebody.
If you're nice, I'll give you a shot of tequila later if you come up to me.
All right.
after the
So
award.
the first big item that we are going to auction off tonight. Yes. Come on up. Zach from Metabolic, ladies and gentlemen.
Mr. Vanna White.
So this is a piece by our own amazing photographer, David Scarola. David named this and entitled this piece Bimini Blues because it's from Bimini. Anybody ever been to Bimini? then you know that beautiful blue-green water over there is pretty spectacular. This piece is 39 inches by 53.5 inches. It retails for $3,500. It's framed in this really beautiful hammered chrome frame, and it is going to be auctioned off tonight. And we are going to be starting the bid on this at $1,000. So, last year, we monitored the live stream, so we probably should have set that up in advance. Anybody want to monitor the live stream feed for us and tell us what people are bidding on? Yes, Olivia, thank you. Thank you.
2 years in a row. Go, girl.
You know, the production may seem smooth around here, but it's not always planned.
99% volunteers.
99.
Always.
Accepting donation, bids online.
Yes. So anybody can bid on this on the live stream. You can drop your live stream bid in the live stream chat. So we'll keep an eye on it. If it gets missed, we'll continue and you can be acknowledged when it gets picked up. But so $1,000 is the beginning bid on this. So we'll bring it back up towards the end and the tail end of the show, and we will live auction that sucker off. So thank you very much, Zach, for bringing that on up. Thank you, David Scarola. We also have a really nice igloo cooler we're going to be live auctioning. It's that cooler right there next to Zach on his left. Beautiful cooler there with wheels. It rolls. It has cup holders, rod holders. Big thank you to Igloo.
It's called the Trailmate 70
It's called the Trailmate
cooler.
Let's lift it up.
It's got wheels. This is the best thing
Check it
I
out,
bought
everybody.
for the crossing.
This is the awesome cooler you'll have a chance to win. Very nice. And then in addition to that,
if we can have everyone just lower their voices a bit, just remember that we're going live right now. So these microphones are picking up all your talk in the back. We will be notified of when we have breaks for bathroom breaks and drinks.
All right, and we have a couple other live auction items we'll be getting into, but we'll pick back up on those as we dive into the live auction a little bit later on. So next up, we have a couple special thanks. We want to give some shout outs. And the first up is going to be
Bimini, Bahamas. We can't do our event without the support of the local vendors and the locals there. Number one, the Ministry of Tourism. We want to give a huge thank you this year. It's the Bahamas' 50-year anniversary of independence. So we want to say congratulations. Thank you. Not only have you supported us every year with our imports, with our fundraising, with our event at Big Game, but this year you guys also were the proud sponsor of our Grand Prize Stretch Goal, which is a 4-day, 3-night trip, all expense paid to the Bahamas. Courtesy travel with luxury jet that belongs only to the 4 paddlers, so you have it all to yourself, a cottage and tours and food every day.
awesome. Thank you very much, Bimini and to the Bahamas. We appreciate you so much. And up next, the one and only, right here in our hometown, the grand finale of the crossing. Give it up for the city of Lake Worth Beach.
Woo!
Not only do they sponsor the event, but they just have provided a tremendous amount of support. You know, a few years ago when we were looking for a place to land because we attempted to land in Dania Beach and that was too far south, the Admiral and I, Sean Dunleavy, we drove up and down the coast looking for spots. And we looked all over. But in terms of distance, in terms of time, in terms of having enough parking, having the ideal spot, it really just worked out that the city of Lake Worth Beach, this pier, they just welcomed us with open arms, and they have been supportive since the first day. So thank you so much for for everything. It wouldn't be possible without this venue and this incredible casino ballroom venue tonight that we're in. Thank you. All right, so that brings us up to the competitive awards, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go ahead and dive into these competitive awards. Yeah, I think so. So up first with the competitive awards, we're going to do the SUP Relay two-person category. This is two people, right, taking turns paddling. Casey, would you like to do the honors?
Oh, I would love to. Our honorable mention in 5th place, we have Team Spirit with Molly Hunley and Farrah Quinby coming in with a time of 17 hours, 3 minutes, and 35 seconds.
And I just want to preface and say that our team who worked tirelessly from Sunday night, I don't know if you guys know this, but when you have a weather situation and we have to do unbelievable calculations to get all of this figured out and dialed in, we appreciate everybody's flexibility submitting all the competitive logs. We appreciate everybody understanding that this was a arduous process right up until today of getting it all finalized and calculated. It wasn't easy. I just give a huge shout out to Paul Smolchek, to Josh Ferris. To Sean Dunleavy. Those three guys have spent nonstop since Sunday crunching numbers, Garmin's, the RFID trackers, everything to make sure this is as accurate as possible. If we cover anything tonight and it's a discrepancy, if you need to talk to us afterwards, please come up, let us know. We want it to reflect the accurate numbers for the event, and we did our best possible to do that. So we appreciate everybody's flexibility and understanding. In 4th place, as an honorable mention, Team Changes in Latitudes, Malia and Ricky Tribble with a time with a finish time of 16 hours, 3 minutes, and 50 seconds.
With a side of shark.
We'll get there. We'll get that. We'll get to that part.
All right. And our 3rd place SUP two-person relay, we have Team Mamu with Mike Anthony and Maria Urso with a time of 15 hours. 15 hours, 17 minutes, and 25 seconds, winning $1,000.
Are they here in the house?
Come on up.
Come on up. Hey, don't be bashful. These awards won't carry themselves. And if you could, as we announce these, please just hold your applause. We'll go.
Come in the middle. Touch it.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Does it feel wet or dry?
Over there.
My drink. I'm going to hold on to it, okay?
Not used to it.
Cold. Feel it.
When we make the announcement, please hold your round of applause until we get through the announcement of the time and the cash prize as well. That would be great. Thank you. All right. You're good to go.
All right.
And in 2nd place, Team Cheeto, Brianna Davenport and Tiffany Idle with a time of 15 hours and 8 minutes and 27 seconds for $2,000. Congratulations.
Oh, how was it?
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can't believe you guys.
All right, congratulations.
All right. right, for the SUP relay, with 2 people in first place, we have Team Metabolic with Zach Egan and Chelsea Payne. With a time of 13 hours, 8 minutes, 31 seconds, winning $4,000.
Come on up.
Get up here. Get up. Person come now.
Now,
You guys are just important.
you guys do a 2-person last year or was 4-person? 4-person, what place did you finish third? They were on a 4-person relay team last year and finished 4th, so welcome back to the Crossing podium.
Thank you.
Figuring this thing out. You're getting it dialed in, apparently.
One row, don't hide back there.
1 row.
Say cheese, everybody.
Cheese.
1, 2, 3,
Cheese,
promise,
pizza.
cheese. Awesome.
Cheese for me one time, too. Show me the award.
This was your phone. I took it. Sorry.
Do you know my code?
I don't.
All right, would you like to share something?
I can just do this anytime I want. Nope, I can do this anytime.
Hello. I'm not really prepared, but just want to say thank you to everyone who has supported Zach and I. Over the past year, we've been training very hard, but mostly to our crew. One is missing, Sean. He didn't want to come up. Wave your hand. Where are you? There he is. Hey, for Sean as our crew, Kirsten as our crew, and JP as our captain from HCB Yachts. So really, without you guys, we wouldn't have been able to do it. So thank you. And then I'm going to give it to Zach.
Yep. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Thank you to Casey and Ryan, our mentors, and you guys are amazing. And just thank you to this whole community. This is a very, very special thing. I think it's safe to say there's nothing like the Crossing for Cystic Fibrosis. And we're just so grateful that we get to be a part of it. So thank you.
And Metabolic. Woo!
And Metabolic.
All right. Congratulations again. The next competitive category. We're up to $1,500 on the David Scarola picture, Bimini Blues. Anybody in here going higher than $1,500 for that picture? Anybody? Anybody? Not yet? Drink some more beer, folks. Thank you, Highlight. All right, up next, the next competitive category is SUP Relay 4-person. Take it away, Casey.
With our 5th place honorable mention, we have Team Session Magazine with Evelyn O'Doherty, Claire Condi, Josette Lata, a 3-person, 4-person relay team, if you get that. And their time is 14 hours, 23 minutes, and 6 seconds.
Give them a round of applause. They traveled from a very long way to be here. Evelyn O'Doherty, she was the owner and editor-in-chief of Stand Up Journal magazine, which recently rebranded to Sessions. She is still working there and with them. And she did some amazing coverage for us over the years, incredible articles covering the Crossing. So thank you so much, Evelyn, for all the support and making the big journey to be down here with us this year. It was very special. All right. The honorable mention for 4th place, all the way from Colorado, Team Ellie's Angels V23, Bo Dorning, Casey Montandan, Alexander Newkirk with a time of 14 hours, 7 minutes, and 11 seconds. Big shout out to you guys. I know you're watching right now on the live stream. We love you so much for coming all the way from Colorado and bringing the crew in a big way, which we'll get to another award that they have coming up a little later, but we'll save that surprise.
All right, moving to 3rd place for the 4-person relay. We have the team OG Crusaders with Kyle Igneary, Scott Johnson, Shane Pompa, and our own Travis Sue. Come on up.
Unfortunately, Scott Johnson, who many of you know, there's some cards on the table there of our Double or Nothing documentary we've been working on producing for the last couple years. He was our first and only ever double lung transplant paddler. He's been living with his lungs for over 20 years. He was the first human to ever get a double lung transplant and complete a full Ironman. And he's the focus of our short film documentary being directed by Michaela Wheeler. Shane, unfortunately, couldn't be here. He wasn't able to attend. And up here next to me is the shark whisperer, Kyle Acknowledgments. Kyle, I just got to tell you to just celebrate this moment. In 2013, I told my parents I'm going to try to paddle from the Bahamas to Florida. I'd only been on a paddleboard one time. My dad said, son, that's why God invented Mercuries. Motors, It's a good point. He had a point. But when I started telling some of my friends, one of my friends said, hey, you need to talk to this guy, Kyle. I think you need like a paddle coach. You don't know how to paddle. And I said, okay, met Kyle, and we hit it off right away. He started letting me borrow some boards to train on. We got into conversation, just developed a great friendship. And I just can't thank you enough for believing in me and investing so much time and energy to see this thing through in 2013. To the OG Crusaders, thank you. All right. And in second place, Team Zala, Todd Bourgeois, Shelby Hunzinger, Jeremy Vane, and Adam Rochwan with a time of 11 hours, 8 minutes, and 48 seconds, and $4,000 cash. Woo! Team Zala. Congratulations. All right, congratulations, Team Zala.
And on top of that, I just want to thank Jeremy Vane for everything he's cultivated within the paddleboarding community. He's coached me over the years since I started a few years ago. He's coached a lot of us in this room, helped bringing us together on Tuesday nights with at least 100 paddlers on Tuesdays and Saturdays. And, he's definitely been a driving force to our paddling community. So thank you, Jeremy.
Yeah, I'll piggyback on that. If Blue Line Paddle and Surf in Jupiter, Florida is the heartbeat of the paddling community in South Florida, Jeremy Vane is like the Wizard of Oz. He's like the wizard of the Blue Line paddle community. It's amazing. Thank you, Jeremy, so much for everything. I just heard it over and over and over throughout the year, how much support and how much our paddlers felt that love and support from you, and your leadership is so greatly appreciated in so many ways. Thank you.
And, it's not every day that you have a 4-person team of the best paddlers in Florida. That's my opinion, and I think it's pretty true. And in first place, we have Team Highlight with Kim Barnes, Steve Bernstein, Steve Miller, Jake Portwood with a time of 10 hours, 4 minutes, 19 seconds. Woo!
Congratulations. Captain. Now, an interesting note I made sure to mark down. So their finishing time was 10 hours and 4 minutes and 19 seconds. Now, that's pretty depressing for the rest of us. Because the rest of us are still out there grueling away for like another 4 to 6 hours or so. But many of them were on the team Flying Fish the year before as a 4-person relay. And this year, they beat their own time from last year by over 10 minutes. So you guys were smoking it, for sure. Let's take a couple quick pictures, and then we'd love to hear from you. Okay, now is this too cliche to ask? What is the key to your success?
Time on board.
I'm gonna pass the mic. You guys are welcome to take it away.
So as Casey said, a lot of us do spend a little bit of time on the board. I think we paddle once a week, maybe about 10 minutes in that once a week. I'm just kidding. We have we spend a lot of time on board. But the reason that I know Bernstein and I have to say last name because we had 3 Steves on board, so everybody had to go by last names. We had our captain, one of our captains, because we had 2, Steve Barnes. We also had Joseph Kearney, and he was our boat and our captain, and then we had the 4 of us. We love paddling. We love this community. Bernstein and I keep coming back year after year. This is our 4th year together. We've done 3 years as a 4-person relay. We've done 1 year as a 2-person relay, and each year we come back because of the community. The fact that I think you were saying earlier, it's not just an event. You don't go and run a 5K and come back. You are there. You're participating in everything. You see how you are making this positive impact through a sport that you love, and it is incredible. So this year, having the other 2 guys with us, Miller and Portwood, it was amazing. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who donated to us individually, to us as a team, to the organization, and also to our sponsors, Highlight, Cigar City Brewing, Flying Fish. We had Starbright. We also had Seatronics, TH Marine, and Yak Gear. All right. Thank you so much. And Groundswell Surf Shop. Thank you.
Congratulations again, Team Highlight in the house.
Woo!
I don't know what I'd do with myself if I got back from Bimini in 10 hours.
Probably go have breakfast.
You don't have to worry about afternoon storms. For all those other folks out there, just paddle faster, see? That's the solution to all your problems. All right. Our next category, competitive category, 2-person prone stock relay. Now, if you don't know what prone means, well, Casey, why don't you tell them?
All right, so first of all, I'm going to say that I have all the respect in the world for all these guys and girls that prone paddle because I took it up over this year, and it's difficult and grueling, and y'all are awesome, so thank you for inspiring me to do it. So if you don't know, prone paddling is when you are laying down on the board. You could also do it in a kneeling position, and these are your paddles, your hands. So laying down, paddling with your hands. Yes, through the jellyfish. Yes, getting waves to the face. All day, all night. Yeah, that's kind of that's
Gist
it,
of
right?
it. the hardest thing that you could do to participate in the crossing would be to prone paddle. Really, truly. If I fall off the board into the water, especially at night, and I'm sure many of you experienced this year, or you saw it, especially if you're on a relay team, it's pretty miraculous how fast a human can get back on a board. When they hit the water, it's like they're bounced off a trampoline and they're back on the board. That black water, that dark water is spooky. And so I can't imagine putting my hands in it the whole time. Super spooky. So I give it up for those prone paddlers as well. So in second place in the two-person prone stock relay category, we have Team Fetch Water Sports and Safety with a finishing time of 13 hours, 2 minutes, and 11 seconds.
Woo! Yeah, AJ. Yeah, Derek. Woo!
Derek Brown and AJ Miller, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, in our first place, two-person prone stock relay, give it up for Team Deerfield Beach with Dylan Markowicz and Roman Strominger. 12 hours, 32 minutes. Woo! Woo!
Come on up, gentlemen. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Now, to be transparent, this is one of the teams that after the event, we heard that we had a discrepancy on our timing. So to the family and to you guys, I just want to apologize initially for the misrepresentation. Still had you in first, but we had not subtracted certain minutes that needed to be subtracted, and I understand how important it is because those minutes are important if you're prone paddling across the ocean.
Thank you.
So congratulations, and let's take a quick picture, and then I want to hear what you guys have to say. All right, so Team Deerfield Beach. So tell us who you're representing, and then tell us a little bit about the paddle and what you experienced. Whoever would like to take it away.
Wow. First off, congrats to AJ and Derek Brown, the second place team who finished in 13 hours. That's incredible on a prone. And Casey, too, to do it unlimited. Like, it's such a niche community. Like, we got a bunch of stand-ups here, which is really impressive. I'm not denying that, but for us to do it in that speed, I'm pretty stoked. So congrats to those guys, and congrats to our team. Everyone over there. Woo!
Captain Chris.
Yeah, Captain Chris, Brian, Erica. Yeah, it's such a, like I said, it's a niche community. So for us to do it like that, we're stoked. So.
Really happy to be a part of it.
Yeah.
What was the hardest part for you guys?
Signing up.
Probably.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
I just want to say one thing, too. All these guys that did the prone category, they initially were going to be on an unlimited, which is a 14-foot board, right? And they wanted to make it harder on themselves because it wasn't hard enough. And they switched to the stock, which is a 12-foot board. So give it up for these guys. Ultimate.
Thank you very much. The next competitive category is the Prone Unlimited category. And it is my honor to introduce the first place finisher in that category. from Team Safe Harbor with a finishing time of 16 hours, 24 minutes, and 15 seconds, Mrs. Casey McCullough. AKA the champ, AKA prone girl. All right, Casey, just walk us through a little bit of it. Just give us some insight. I know you mentioned it earlier, but you know.
All right. I initially decided to prone this year because I felt I needed to have a grand focus. I felt like I needed to challenge myself past anything I've challenged myself, to connect to my why, to connect to understanding that you can do hard things, things that you might think are impossible or that people haven't done yet, that you can do it. And the reason why I wanted to do that is for the CF community, because I know that they have to battle every day. They get through the impossible. I've been inspired by so many CF warriors, and that's what inspired me to challenge myself and dedicate myself to it and overcome fears and overcome doubt and just try to prove to myself and to other people that whatever you put your heart and mind into, you can truly do it.
A little backstory and context. So I met Casey at the National Cystic Fibrosis Conference in 2019, and she was the dietitian for the Cystic Fibrosis Clinic here. So she was working with CF families as their dietitian. And I remember when I met her, right, and then I learned, oh, she's a multi-time skimboarding world champion. And I thought, wait, so she has an amazing connection to the ocean. And that story is very inspiring in her life. And then she works at the CF clinic. And it's like what we represent, right? That connection. And it was so meaningful to meet her. It was very inspiring. And I remember thinking back then, man, if we ever had an opportunity to work together, I would hire her in an instant, right? And that opportunity came up. And I am so grateful in so many ways that you said yes to be on this team and that you chose Piper's Angels when you could have chose to work at a lot of different other companies and organizations, probably made a lot more money, but you chose to be here. So, ha nay.
Ha nay. Thank you.
In Bimini, when we had the paddle out ceremony, we used ha nay as a mantra. It's from the Cherokee tradition, and it means I am here. So before a ceremony, before a hunt in their tradition, they would use that to make sure that they communicated with each other and to themselves that they're present, that they're nowhere else, that they're here. That they're present, their hearts, their souls, their spirit. Ha, nay. It was pretty cool hearing it come over the radio, I gotta say.
Every time we got on the radio, it was the battle cry all the way across the ocean.
Yeah, it was amazing. All right, the next competitive division, the stand-up 14 women's division.
Woo. Yeah, ladies. Woo, woo.
And in these divisions, we acknowledge and pay out the first through fifth. So in fifth place, from all the way from Colorado, Team V23 Ellie's Angels, Maddie Carr with a time of 16 hours, 39 minutes, and 51 seconds, and $250 cash.
Woo! By the way, real quick, the auction bid is at $1,800.
Hey, all right. We're doing it.
All right, in fourth place for the female sup, winning $500 with a time of 16 hours, 24 minutes, and 15 seconds. The woman who paddled beside me all those hours, all those training hours, the person who said she wouldn't let me quit, the person that helped me get across, Lindsay LeBlanc. Woo.
Come on down. For what it's worth, I also get to say that she was a former roommate, so I thank you, Lindsay.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Lindsay, and congratulations again. And if you guys didn't know, I'd just like to give a shout out here to one of Lake Worth's finest, and our own Leonard Bryant here in the house, taking pictures. Leonard Bryant has been a huge supporter over the years, comes out to all of our events, thousands, tens of thousands of photos that go into our annual program, which you guys see on the table there. All the photos up here on the slideshow. Leonard, thank you for always being there for us. All right, in third place, this is SUP Women 14 with a finishing time of 16 hours, 15 minutes, and 43 seconds from Team Wave Wranglers, our very own board member, Romy Wallach.
Rockstar.
I'll also just go ahead and say it now because I can't help it. Romy, come on up. She's also our single highest fundraiser this year with over $30,000. Thank you, Romy. We call her Rockstar Romy.
All right, in second place with a time of 16 hours, 4 minutes, 7 seconds, winning $3,000. This girl probably is on the water more than anybody else. It is her life. It is Team Going Coastal's Carissa Freeman.
Congratulations, Carissa! Now, the next one is very special, not just because it's first place, but because we are very honored to have in our presence a world champion, a world record holder with a finishing time of 12 hours, 39 minutes, and 38 seconds, and a cash prize of $5,000 from Team Seychelles, Seychelles Webster! I'm gonna hold this so you can hold this.
Okay.
Share whatever you would like.
And before Seychelles starts, I just want to put it out there that our previous solo record was last year by Todd Bourgeois, coming in at 12 hours, 54 minutes. So that means Seychelles is our new solo record holder. Woo! You want to say something? Yeah. No. I didn't know we were doing speeches, but yeah, there's not a lot to say that hasn't already been said about how incredible this event is, how incredible this community is, how honored I am to be a part, to finally be here. Like Travis, you've been asking me to come for years, and I'm just like, I'm so grateful that I'm finally here. And yeah, to become a part of this community, like, thank you all so much. And I don't really know what else to say, but does anybody have like a specific question that they're like dying to ask me? Yes.
What was the hardest part for you?
Okay, the hardest part, being away from this guy. It actually was, and it actually was like the biggest motivator too, and I just like wanted to slow down, and Will kept saying, "Rise at the finish line, he's waiting for you." No. You missed me too, didn't you? Yeah, that was actually. It's a lot. It's more about, for me, it's more about the heart than it was about the physical challenge, for sure. So yeah. Thank you.
Congratulations, Seychelles! Oh, big sigh there. I just look at that time. As much as a boy can dream, a boy can't dream that. There's no way I'm ever getting across that fast. Wow. That's really incredible. And I would invite everybody here. Seychelles has been a leader in the paddle community for a long time. She's achieved some tremendous milestones in her life. She's very inspiring and empowering, and I would invite all of you to follow her journey, because there's not one moment, one post, one share that isn't genuine, heartfelt, and inspiring. And if you really look, all of us have an inner champion, but not necessarily all of us realize that champion in the athletic sense, right? You're looking at one right here, three-time world champion. Seychelles is another world champion. I'm not sure if we have any other world champions in the room, but I can tell by working with Casey, for what it takes to become a world champion at anything, right? The level of devotion that you have to have, the level of pain you're willing to put your body through, the sacrifices that you have to make are incredible to perform at that level. So I just consider it a great honor, Seychelles, for you to be here with us. So thank you. Our next competitive category, the Sub-14 men's division.
Yeah, guys.
In fifth place, with a finishing time of 14 hours, 31 minutes, and 3 seconds, $250 in cash prize, Team Paddle, Khalil Corey. Accepting the award on his behalf. Boy, Khalil, you sure have grown a beard. We have Heath Bogart from Team Paddle in the house accepting the award on Khalil's behalf. Thanks, Heath.
All right, we have in fourth place with a time of 14 hours, 25 minutes, 46 seconds, our very own president of the board on Team Go Army, Paul Smolchek.
Who said old guys can't paddle fast? Paul has been on the podium of the crossing before, and you'll see repeats, and I will say, as a multi-time crosser, that it definitely, doing this a few times, it pays off because you just pick up on a lot that you learn. And I've never participated in anything that you learn so much in such a condensed period of time. And I say it all the time, but the ocean is a masterful teacher. And boy, do you walk away with some really valuable lessons after doing the crossing. So I love to see all the wisdom that we gain put into more incredible performances and challenges and hard work that goes into the crossing. So in third place with a finishing time of 14 hours, 25 minutes, and 46 seconds, and a $1,000 cash prize, Team Power Design, Chris Farney. Power Design has been our longest running sponsor since 2013. A decade of support. And boy, did they find a champion advocate to represent them in Mr. Chris Farney. Because you have demonstrated advocacy on the highest level for Piper's Angels Foundation in the crossing. And we thank you so much for stepping in such a big way.
Now, in second place with a finishing time, 14 hours, 16 minutes, 40 seconds, winning $3,000, two-time Iron Crusader from Team Ford's Fight, Tyler Hoffman.
Also not Tyler's first time on the podium. He finished second last year in the men's division. And representing Team Ford, one of our amazing CF families in the house, Little Ford, we just send him the most love. To your family for stepping up and representing, showing up in such a big way. And there's nothing more special in the crossing than our CF families. And we hear it year after year, whether it's in Bimini or at the beach landing, why so many people come back, because they were standing on that beach next to one of our CF warriors, one of our CF paddlers, a CF family member, and they made that connection. And they really got to see and talk to and feel and experience and understand why we pour our hearts and souls into this. So from one CF family to another, thank you so much for everything that you have done to invest your time, energy, and effort into making this so special and supporting Tyler to represent and be just an absolute champion advocate for the cystic fibrosis community. All right. In first place, with a finishing time of 13 hours, 32 minutes, and 42 seconds, a cash prize of $5,000. In his first debut crossing performance, Team Blue, Mr. Blake Carmichael! Now, it was a little over 2 years ago when we met Blake. He was introduced to us, possibly through Romy.
Yeah.
Rockstar Romy. And we got on a Zoom, got to learn about Blake, got to learn about his incredible company, Blue. You guys got to see some of the products that they have demoed in the Bahamas, and got to meet Blake. And, you know, there's always like a little sparkle in somebody's eye when you talk to them and you mention the crossing, and they start asking questions. Like, how long does that take? How much training goes into that? And we could see that little sparkle in Blake's eyes. Now, he didn't sign up last year, and sometimes we get introduced to people and they say they're going to do something, they have some interest, but then they go away. And maybe they don't come back. Not Blake. Blake came back. And he came back in a big way for the foundation and the organization and the event as a sponsor. So we love it and we always encourage it, but it is also rare when we have a sponsor who also steps up and paddles, right? So it was really cool to see you come out of the gate. And from the day he committed, he asked the right questions. He got the right gear. He started training, getting great mentorship and insight from people. And if you followed him on Instagram, which I did, and followed his journey, he trained. And he trained. And he got time on board, Kim Barnes, and time in the ocean. And it paid off. And I'm so proud of you, and congratulations. And I'd love to hear what you got to say.
Yeah, I feel like I've got a lot to say, honestly. This was an incredible experience. The day I got back, I think it was like 6:30. I was trying to eat a Chipotle bowl. I made it about halfway through and just passed out on my parents' couch. Slept in until about 5 o'clock the next morning and had the most amount of energy I've ever felt these last few days. Until yesterday when the results came out and then I crashed. But so many just amazing people, friends that I haven't heard from in a long time have kind of reached out over the last couple of days just to congratulate me just for making it, honestly. And coolest thing is just hearing from people who want to try it next year, because I believe anybody can put their mind to it and do it. But I've been telling them this was the best day of my life. And that's for, I think, a lot of different reasons. One of those being I got to hug Travis here for an awkwardly long period of time on the beach after I made it back. I think I almost fell asleep in your arms. But it was nice. He's a good hugger. But realistically, it was the feeling I had on the beach when we were getting ready to paddle out. And Travis talks a lot about being relaxed and energized. As a competitive person, to a degree, I was really surprised by the feeling that I had. I was already so fulfilled just to be standing there on that beach as a part of this organization, and just seeing all the amazing people around me and knowing what we had already put into this for a bigger mission. And now all we had to go do was go paddleboard. And that feeling was just so surprising but amazing, and I think that's why we do this. And then, 60 miles in, another thing happened, and I just started crying while I was paddling. And the thoughts that went through my head, I had tunnel vision, but it was just like a Rolodex of everything inspirational that anybody's ever said over this journey, including Travis, Casey, Twin, Romy, who I train with all the time, the 954 crew, my dad, my whole family, and just everybody out there. So many people, Kim Barnes and Steve Bernstein doing their clinics. Jake Bortwood telling you, believe me. I mean, come on. Yeah, so best day of my life and just super stoked to be a part of it. So glad that Blue could be a sponsor, and we're going to take this money, we're going to pay it forward to next year and come back bigger and better. We got some big plans to try and blow this out of the water. Let's hit $1 million next year. Yeah.
So, it was a long hug. I didn't know it was awkwardly long until this moment. Broadcasting live makes it even more awkward. I was crying during that hug. So, you fell asleep on my shoulder, I cried on yours. That's what two men do after they paddle across the ocean. What I would like to say about that is, if you're a sponsor out there, how many events that you know that you get to be a part of where you can step up and be a $5,000 sponsor and your return on investment is $5,000 back? Pretty good. Pretty good. We love our sponsors. We love our sponsors. All right. Now, I do have, So next up, we have begun a new tradition of honoring our overall top male and female athletes as the king and queen of the crossing. So, I'd like to invite them back up and announce our official 2023 Crossing King and Queen, Seychelle Webster and Blake Carmichael. Come back up. Oh, that's such a cute picture. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Congratulations, King and Queen of the Crossing. Awesome. Thank you guys so much. And a big shout out. So if you're checking out the graphics on the live stream, we got some amazing graphics this evening. And I would just like to say that if we had to hire somebody to make these graphics, first of all, they'd probably turn down the job because to try to come up with all these graphics between Sunday night, let's call it Monday morning, and today, right? All these graphics, all these photos pulled, thanks to David Scarola, all these amazing photos. All the communication it requires with the team, with Paul and Sean and Josh, myself, Casey, Tati, Ayana, to get all the information to put into the graphics, then to sift through the graphics for all the photos. I just have to. I wouldn't be doing my job as the executive director, as her husband, if I didn't say, thank you. Come here. Thank you. Come here. Hey. Thank you, Daniela Diaz-Suit. For creating such beautiful graphics to help us celebrate this momentous occasion. A best friend with benefits. Thank you. Now, did we get the names of the Dory folks on the competitive Dory team? Do we have the names? Beautiful.
$2,000 for Bimini Blues by David Scarola.
Now, I'm not sure if these next competitive categories are in the house, but we did have a dory team, and if you don't know what a dory is, it is a boat that is rowed, right? The best way I can describe it. Somebody might have a better way to describe it. It's also a boat with holes in it, big holes, that lets the water in and out, and pretty amazing to see. I think they weigh around 350 pounds, takes quite an effort. So imagine rowing a boat from the Bahamas to Florida. So our first place 4-person relay was Team USLA Delray Beach chapter, Justin Catan, JD Briggs, Doug Davis, and John Livingston. Are you gentlemen in the house? All right, okay. Confirmed, okay. Also, our one and only surf ski, the wandering whale, Robert Martini. Is Robert in the house? We'll collect your awards later. And for our first place OC1 competitive division, made a couple attempts at this. It's great to see you here, present, and coming up on the stage, Mr. Austin Simpkins. An OC1 being an outrigger canoe, if you didn't know that, an outrigger canoe. You've had a few journeys over the years with the Crossing. Why don't you share some insight for us?
Time on board or in boat. It's what it's about.
Anything else?
I love what the Crossing does, how it brings people together, all of the effort, the love. It's just wonderful.
Now, we do have a special award category, and I'm going to call up Mr. Josh Ferris for this. This is our first responders and military category.
I got a mic.
Welcome to the stage, Josh.
Thank you. All right, so every year, guys, we have a first responder award. It goes out to a Crossing Crusader who is a member of the first responder community. So, well, don't speak so soon. All right, this year's first responder award goes out to two-time Iron and Crossing Crusader, a member of the Boynton Beach Fire Rescue of 10 years, Tyler Hoffman. Congratulations, Tyler. Here's that award. Here we go. Yeah. Come on. All right, all right. Stay up here.
And just to clarify, these two awards go to solo paddlers. Anybody in the solo paddler division?
All right, our next award. Travis, clarify, we're going to do the military.
What's that?
Military award?
Yes.
All right. The next award was created to allow the Piper's Angels Foundation to thank those who chose a line of service that upholds our freedoms here in the United States. The same freedom that allows us to operate the Piper's Angels Foundation and the Crossing for Cystic Fibrosis in the first place. Proud to present this to a good friend of mine, Mr. Paul Smolchek, a member of the U.S. Army, a member of the United States Army from 1987 to 1998. Congratulations, Paul.
He also played football at Army.
All right, here we go.
Congratulations. All right, now for our specialty awards. So I'd like to invite back up Ayana and Tatiana and Casey, the whole team, as we go through these. Now, for the specialty awards, they're special. Very special. And we have 29 awards, and I would like to have each person share, but just keep in mind, you've got like 60 seconds or less to share. Deal? Okay.
Deal.
All right. We're agreed on it. So these awards are special indeed. And look, this event was a challenge before it was a competition. This organization and what it represents, we literally couldn't do this event without this army of angels. Our supporters, we're a 99% volunteer-based organization. We had 170 volunteers just on the beach for the beach landing, not including Bimini, not including all our other events throughout the year. So what happens is, we kind of run across some folks along the way who stand out. And their outstanding contributions are recognized by these specialty awards. So, let's take it away. Tatiana?
Our top sponsor award, many of you have drank it. Many of you stay up late at night because of it. Cheers to Celsius. We have a video that we made for Celsius. We actually had to reshoot it because we used the wrong verbiage. So just so you know, when you watch it, it's essential energy. Fitness does not go into their term anymore. So just know that when we reshoot it. But if you want to shoot the video, go right ahead. Or am I speaking too soon? Because it's on there, but possibly not.
I don't think anybody officially from Celsius is here, but I think officially almost everybody in this room at some point in time has Celsius in their bloodstream. So we got a lot of representation here.
you guys haven't seen the video we made, we worked really hard.
For years now, we've been proud to partner with Celsius Fitness Drinks, our trusted title sponsor. Celsius Fitness Drinks are more than just a refreshing way to quench your thirst. They're a delicious and healthy way to fuel your active lifestyle with no sugar and no preservatives. And they have been an integral part of our Crossing for Cystic Fibrosis event, an 80-mile epic paddle challenge from the Bahamas to Florida, in support of the Piper's Angels Foundation mission to improve and empower the lives of families in the cystic fibrosis community. We couldn't have done it without Celsius, and we are so grateful for their unwavering support year after year. Whether we're out on the water or we're back on land, Celsius helps us stay hydrated, energized, and ready to take on any challenge. So here's to Celsius Fitness Drinks for being a crucial part of our journey and for helping us make a difference in the cystic fibrosis community. Thank you, Celsius.
One.
And we're back.
Thank you to Celsius. Round of applause. Woo!
Yeah.
Next up, we have another Outstanding Sponsor Award. This should come as no surprise. You've seen him up here a few times. He's not only a dedicated sponsor, but he's also a paddler. We want to give our shout out to our most dedicated sponsor, to Dive Blue, Mr. Blake Carmichael.
Yes.
This guy got in touch with us last year in a ton of regret. And he was like, man, I wish I would have gotten involved sooner. And here he is now, not only getting involved, but winning first place for all men. Woo!
Here, but awesome. Congratulations, Blue.
All right, and our next award. This is the Force of Nature Award. This is for someone who shows up and gives everything that they've got. They don't take no for an answer. They don't go by the standard timeline. They really put their all into everything they do. And this year, we've seen this individual come from no paddling background, has been part of our cystic fibrosis and Crossing for CF community, who showed up in a very forceful and bold way to support all of us. This year, she supported herself in her crossing, beating the odds of the standard timeline that you're usually given as time goes on. And this year's Force of Nature is Louise Cicchini. Woo! Come on, Louise! Come on!
Come on down!
You paddled across the ocean. We know you can get up here. She paddles faster than she walks.
All right, Louise, if you had 60 seconds to share.
Just wait till you turn 65. And I'll leave you with one last thing that I've learned. Life is about experiences, and this was one hell of an experience. And thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank me. And I love all of you. Oh, this...
Good job.
We have plenty of outstanding crusaders in this room. Not just paddlers, captains, crew, everyone that does the crossing is a crusader. And to be an outstanding crusader, you show up for other crusaders. You show up for the CF community. You do everything you can to put your heart, your blood, your sweat, your tears into it. Your heart for the CF community, for paddling, for other paddlers, for the success of everyone around you is evident. And this year, our outstanding crusader is Chris Farney.
All right, due to our time, we're going to ask you to address if you want to share in 30 seconds.
You're good. He's fine. He's been up here a bunch.
Thank you, bro. Congratulations.
We know he loves it. 2 words.
Thank you.
All right. Next couple awards coming up are going to be presented by Miss Ayana.
Woo! Who's first? Beautiful. You can bring both of them. Are they here?
Yeah, if you want to.
These two I'm going to do together because they are my dynamic duo. So Bimini production starts long before we get on the boat and start heading across the seas. It starts months and months in advance, and it can't happen without extra support, and especially in the last 4 weeks before we take off. There is so much administrative stuff and like packing and late nights. And these two beautiful souls help me stay up super late at night, complete with dance parties in the office, and kept the energy high with smiles on their face every single day, every single night. And no words can explain how thankful I am for Zoe and Kirsten. Not only did they kill it before Bimini, but in Bimini, they kept the dance parties going.
Love you, girls.
Congratulations.
Thank you. You guys are so quiet during the photos.
Congratulations.
Mind you, they've been part of our Bimini core team for like 3 years now, and they keep coming back.
Can we say they're our youngest as well?
Our youngest core volunteers that we've ever had.
Youngest.
And just feel super blessed. This award is the Bahama Mama Award. And as you guys know, Travis nicknamed me the Bahama Mama. And that's because part of that is nurturing our community, our core team, developing relationships with the locals, and just making sure stuff gets done. This particular volunteer also far exceeded the time in Bimini, but came on board to take on a massive project this year. We had a lot of back-end need for help with our garments. And when I asked a favor of her, hey, can you just help us get these organized? I feel so bad. I never anticipated that it was going to take 3.5 weeks to do. I thought it was a two-day project. Not only that, every single day in Bimini, she was working on this behind the scenes to make sure each and every one of you paddlers could make it across the sea safe, that they were working, that they were tracking. She also kept my spirits high when I was sleep deprived and took care of me. And I want to thank Miss Cassandra Scott as the Bahama Mom of the Year.
Come on down. I'm so sorry you had to deal with all that. It was unbelievable what this
I'm sorry.
amazing woman put in to make this happen this year. Congratulations.
Are we going to announce that she's in there? Thanks for auctioning.
We're going to have to get there because we're pretty far behind. All right, the next couple awards coming up. Outstanding Beach Landing Volunteer Awards. Who loves the Crossing Beach Landing? I'd love to invite up Jennifer Napolitano and Gary Allen to come up real quick. Please come up. These are your co-directors of the Beach Landing. Also this year, we had an incredible support staff and team from Game On Race Events.
Yeah! Woo! Hi, I'm Jennifer. This is Gary. It's nice to be up here. I want to say something. It's really nice to put faces to names. We've been doing the Beach Landing 2018 since then, so I know a lot of people's faces. I was asking Seychelles questions, but I never put faces and names together. So it's nice to see the whole ocean and athletic side, because I could tell you all about seaweed and everything about that pier out there, but it's nice to meet the paddler side. So we are up here to give the Beach Landing Outstanding Awards. Well, Darcy Rodas, who is the volunteer coordinator, is number one. But she and I, together with Gary, chose two other very special people. Elianette Diaz, who can't be present right now. What did she have a title? She's an Outstanding Beach Landing Volunteer Award. And I know Darcy chose her because she just didn't stop. She had set up for a window of time to do a position, and then she went down and helped the medical team and Palm Beach Fire Rescue, and just kept going above and beyond of what she was asked to do. And I know she can't be here, but I'm pretty sure she's at work watching on the live stream, and we are extremely super proud and grateful for you, and this is what community is all about, and this is how people get sucked in and kept in. And with that being said, the next one I'd like to present to somebody who's very close to me. And I'll have him accept Alienette's unless somebody else is here on her behalf, maybe Darcy later. Is Devin Volder. He is here present, and
come on up, Devin!
For 2 years in a row, Devin I'm a real estate investor. He was my first tenant. He took off of work. He does a lot of the heavy lifting that we need people to be dependable to do. And he comes out, he does the run-throughs. He took off work. He's personally there for me in my life, and now he's here for the Crossing. And Travis is here for me, and now we get to be there for you all too. So it's extremely nice to have all these people we can depend on. It's very hard to pick out people that deserve to stand out, because so many people stand out. But personally, and on behalf of everyone, thank you so much.
Congratulations, Devin. Awesome. Congratulations again. And thank you, Jen and Gary. And thank you to everybody out there tuning in live to the live stream. We appreciate you and everybody here for being patient and understanding how valuable these awards are to this community, to this organization. We finally get to come together and celebrate, so we appreciate you being here and being patient with us. Up next, the Rockstar Advocate Award being presented by Casey.
To be a Rockstar Advocate, you don't stop for anything. You continue to push on, to share, to invite everyone into the cause that you care about. And our Rockstar Advocate this year, she cares so much, not only because she has a heart for the community, but for her daughter, Aurora. She is a cystic fibrosis mother, and we are so honored to have had her in our Crossing for CF community. This year, our Rockstar Advocate is Ashley Williams.
Congratulations, Ashley. Thank you so much.
You guys want to donate to her page? She's still trying to reach her fundraising minimum. This is a CF mom. Look up Ashley Williams for the Crossing, and you can donate to her page.
Fundraising check. What are we at? On the 690.5. 9,500 away. We're going to get there, people. Silent auction? 2,000. All right, we're getting there. Don't leave before this live auction happens. All right, the next award I will be presenting is called the Rally Factor Award. And the Rally Factor is something we say about a lot of people. You guys are the Rally Factor. What community, what grassroots is the Rally Factor. The Rally Factor Award goes to somebody who just in every way, 365 degrees in their life, they are out there and they are beating that drum for fundraising, for captains, for crew, for paddling, for the event, for the organization, for media, for PR, for everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. It's the person willing to ask somebody random at the gas station for $50 for their fundraising. The kind of person that can fundraise over $8,000 in a single week as a crew member. The kind of person who brings their mom into the organization, who happens to be an incredible PR wizard to bring a ton of media to the event. And that person, many of you know, and we are here to celebrate. The Rally Factor Award goes to Miss Kat Kelly. And our top fundraising crew member. Congratulations.
We love you.
This girl worked hard this year and was not able to paddle because she was sick. And she called it on her own. And we just want to give her kudos because she made the hard choice to not participate this year. And listen, it's not about the paddle, right? It's about the journey to get there. And we just want to give her kudos because it's not an easy decision to make. And we're so, so proud of you because we appreciate what you did. It's not easy to put everyone else in front of you. And we're so, so proud of you.
She also has a hammerhead tattooed on her right calf. I'm just saying, I don't know. Thank you so much, Kat. All right, the next award is called the All In Award. You know, like if you're playing poker and you're like, this is it, I'm going all in. Well, we have volunteers each year that do that. And this volunteer stepped up at every event, every opportunity. He was all in. They're early. You know the people who are devoted because they're the first people who show up and the last people to leave. They're helping you set up the tables and chairs, and they're helping you put them back in the U-Haul. And that All In award goes to Mr. Jason Finch.
Your hat matches. Nice hat. Very fitting.
I like the hat. Yeah, work hard and be nice, people. Come on.
This next award goes to our power couple, the Crossing Power Couple. So what this means is that this couple not only has paddled together, but has participated, has gone to trainings, has worked really hard to make sure they're up to date with everything to do with the Crossing for Cystic Fibrosis. And not only that, we've been manifesting going viral for many years, and they helped us achieve it with 2 million views on TikTok. But that's not their only claim to fame, because before that viral video, they were legit crossing mentors, they're paddling mentors, and they are a badass couple. So we want to give a big shout out to the Crossing Power Couple, Malia and Ricky Tribble.
And if you don't know, okay, I'm sure fins up. I'm sure you guys have heard the references tonight about the hammerhead. So come on up, Malia. In the last 48 hours, okay, so we got a GoPro video from her team. Now, this award was given before this moment, but Ricky was on the boat, Malia was in the water, about 30 or 40 feet back, and a very large fin appeared behind her. And there's a video that is on Instagram. It's now gone viral on TikTok.
And on TikTok.
With over 2 million views. And there's been over 30 media outlets in the last 48 hours that have interviewed Malia, including NBC, CBS, ABC, and the... So, thank you for your bravery and your courage. And if you haven't seen the video, you got to watch it. It's a great example from some of our mentors on how to handle the situation safely. This is your award, and congratulations. You guys are amazing. We'd love to hear just a little bit. I know you did a lot of media interviews the last 48 hours, but just if you don't mind sharing. About what it's like for a giant hammerhead to be following you.
I've done it 4 times, and I've never seen a shark.
Yeah, gosh, it's been a whirlwind. I never imagined a hammerhead shark staring at me. I really, really didn't know the gravity of it until I watched the video back. I was really focused on my team and listening to them for the first time, I guess, for my husband. But no, it was interesting when we sat on the boat and it actually came back around underneath us, and it turned its head to look at us. I mean, it was just curious and I will never forget that moment. It was very surreal. This whole experience has been surreal. I don't even know what I did to deserve this kind of attention. I'm just average. Like, I am not your crazy paddleboarder, and I don't know, I just want it to be about the cause. And so I really hope that this attention does really good for our community and as a CF family. So thank you.
We got to get one fins up. We got to do it. We just have to do it. Fins up, everybody! Jimmy Buffett, who's on our advisory board, would be really proud.
Their team was called Changes in Latitude for a reason.
Bam. Congratulations.
And thanks to my husband, Ricky. He is not here. He wins this award too, obviously.
We love you, Ricky.
All right, this one, here we go.
Okay, next we have the Most Creative Fundraiser Award. Every year, guys, we are a peer-to-peer fundraising event. That means that when you guys sign up to participate, you have a fundraising minimum. And that also means that you are helping us achieve our goal, our fundraising goal. So without you, we could not achieve this goal. You guys are what makes our event possible, and you are the reason that we're able to help so many cystic fibrosis families throughout the year. So we want to give everyone a big round of applause for the fundraising you do, but specifically, we want to give our Most Creative Fundraising Award to the one and only Jamie Cohen.
Woo!
Oh, there she is. Yay! Jamie, so here's the power of community. Talk to your friends, talk to your community, tell them what you're doing, because you might be like Jamie working out at F45, and they might just get behind you and do a big fundraising event. Jamie, how much did you raise during that event?
So it came out to about $3,000, and we did, confirm that this will be an annual fundraiser every year for as long as I can paddle. But it was incredible to have F45 stand behind me training-wise, support me in every way possible. And then for Roger Dean Stadium to literally give us a stadium the day that they had a game and to really have their team help us as well. I mean, it was an incredible event. It was very hot, but we made it through, and we do it for those who can't. So I was really happy. Yeah. Yep.
Make sure you join us next year.
Congratulations again, Jamie. Thank you. Tatiana, Ayana's going to... All right, Ayana, take it away.
Not only do our paddlers fundraise independently, but they fundraise as a team. That means together with their captains, their crew, the paddlers, their virtual paddlers, they fundraise together. This team, it was their first time last year. They came all the way from Denver, Colorado, and they were crazy enough to come back this year in full force. They raised over $35,000 as a team. And for our top fundraising team, we have the honor of acknowledging Ellie's Angels V23. We love you guys. They're obviously not here tonight, but we can expect them back next year for sure.
That also means that they are taking home the top fundraising stretch goal grand prize of the $20,000 valued trip of the private custom charter through Makers Air all the way to the Bahamas and Staniel Key Yacht Club. A trip for 4 to the Bahamas. All right, the next award goes to the top fundraising individual, one of our top fundraisers multiple years in a row, one of our board members, one of the most amazing humans on the planet, rock star Romy!
Her strategy is telling everybody what she's doing. I'm not joking. She tells her doctor what she's doing. She's serious.
She also mentors in fundraising. So if you're trying to come up with ideas next year, just give this woman a call. She'll have a dozen new ideas for you.
Our top nonprofit team, Travis, I'm going to take it if that's okay.
Yep.
We have a lot of nonprofit teams. This is our way of giving back in a foundation. We allow nonprofits to get involved, and then once they raise a certain amount, we like to give back to that team. This year, we had a really special team get involved. I reached out to them when they first signed up, and the reason they got involved is because one of the two women, their husband had passed away from ALS. If you guys aren't familiar with the Ice Bucket Challenge, if you recall that, ALS is a really horrific disease. She unfortunately lost her husband, and when I spoke to her, it was a really an emotional experience, and she said she's doing this crossing for her husband. And that was really moving for me. I have a sister-in-law with cystic fibrosis who's still here, so to hear a grown woman talk about how her husband had passed away and she wanted to do this for him, obviously it gets me emotional, right? How could it not? It's a really big feat, and we're so proud of them. Not only did they do this, but they also showed up to every training event they could because the other one had a husband who worked as a pilot, so they were able to fly to Florida a lot from Texas. So I want to give a big shout out to Team ALS, Holly Crowder and Bobby McQuinn. They've come to every event except this one, and we want to give them a lot of credit because these women are badasses, and we just love them so much. So big round of applause to Team ALS.
All right, we got a handful left here.
Oh, we got social media rock star. All right, real quick, if you guys haven't followed him, you need to. He's amazing. He was from the UK this year. He has cystic fibrosis. He's one of our CF warriors, and he's posted a lot of videos to the point where we want to pay him to do videos because he is so good at them. He's amazing. But this year's social media rock star, we're going to award this to Team Neon and Mark Cotterill.
Congratulations, Mark.
Please.
We know you're watching back home.
Follow him online. He just started posting about cystic fibrosis back in 2020, and he's become one of their biggest advocates in the UK, and we just love him so much. We're so happy to have met him in person. We're so grateful he came to the Crossing this year.
Awesome. Our next two awards will be presented by Josh Ferris, our Director of Safety. Come on up, Josh.
All right.
This is the first award, sir.
All right, guys. Thank you guys very much. Our next award is the Admiral's Honor. And the actual Admiral's in the house, Mr. Sean Dunleavy. A quick round of applause. And he created this award. Every year this award goes to someone very special. And it's handpicked for any reason. It could be a paddler, it could be a crew, it could be a captain. So just a little bit about this next recipient. I'm gonna make a few statements here. What do you need? Whatever I can do to help. Where do you need me to go? I can't wait to see you next year. These are the things I hear every single year from this individual, and I'm not exaggerating. Every time he picks up the phone and every time I talk to him, this is what I get. He's also survived his own battle with his own life-threatening illness and his own cancer that he was able to beat and overcome. So he has an idea of what it's like to go through life with sickness. I can't speak highly enough about this individual, and I'll never be able to express the gratitude that I'll have for this individual forever from what he's done thus far, even if he stopped tomorrow. I'm honored to present this year's Admiral's Award to someone who truly knows and exemplifies the meaning of selfless service, Captain Chris Molinaro. Now, Chris isn't here tonight. Tony, is Tony still here, or Drew? One of you guys want to come up and grab this award for him, and we'll keep it moving. But I want to thank Chris Molinaro. One more big round of applause. He comes back year after year, and he asks for nothing in return.
We always say it, but the captains are the unsung heroes of this event, and can't do it without them on any level.
All right, excellent. Our next award is the Unsung Hero Award. And just another few words about this individual. Year after year, our need for support, medical support, safety support grows and grows as this event grows. Our need for supplies grows, and without question, it rains upon us every year, the need for more and more. The Director of Nursing at Memorial Health, Memorial Regional Hospital with Memorial Health Services, Randy Alfonso. All right, she replies to my calls every year. She replies to my text every year with the same thing. What do you need? And they never ask for anything in return. Anything I can do to help. Never ask for anything in return. Year after year, Randy supplied the Crossing for Cystic Fibrosis with medical support and the supplies to keep this event as safe as possible. We're excited to see how we can build this partnership and begin to show our appreciation to Randy and her team this upcoming year. So the Unsung Hero Award goes to the Director of the ER at Memorial Regional Hospital, Randy Alfonso. I hope Randy's watching tonight. I sent her the link. I'm not sure if she's here, but I'll take this for her. One more round of applause for Randy. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Josh. And thank you, Josh, for driving all the way from Naples today with your twin little girls.
If you don't already know, we have a registration category in the crossing called Virtual Paddler. You do not have to paddle to be in this category. You can do it because you want to fundraise, or maybe you want to support someone else who is paddling. You can join their team as a virtual paddler. This specific individual has been a virtual paddler for 2 years now. She is a CF warrior. She posts all the time such beautiful things about so many different CF organizations who empower her, and we are honored to be one of those organizations. And this one is for Kira Taylor, our Virtual Paddler Advocacy Award.
Thank you so much, Kira. We love you. We appreciate you. Awesome. Thank you, Casey. Our next outstanding volunteer. This is to a volunteer that over the whole year or years has just exemplified anything and everything you could imagine as showing up and just being totally devoted. And on a very special note, I got to mentor this young woman as a Lynn University student. I felt honored as she was a part of the Watson Entrepreneurship Program at Lynn, and she chose me, which was very, very special to be her mentor. And I don't know if I made the best mentor, but she was absolutely the best mentee and showed up in so many ways. This Outstanding Volunteer Award goes to Darcy Rodas. She was our beach landing coordinator with the volunteers, and she just absolutely crushed it.
Congratulations.
Thank you, and I love you so much. All right, I'm going to invite up Allie Carty to present the next award. Allie, if you'd like to join us up here, come on up. Allie Carty is our Director of Crew Mentorship, like to say cruise control in the house.
Hi, everyone. So this year, I am so excited for this award. Last year, I got it, so I'm excited that we have such amazing crew members. I always say the crossing can't happen without crew. So my nominee for this year is a CF mom. She is just the sweetest human. Anytime I need anything, I can always call her. When she's in Bimini, she's running around, making sure everybody's good. So Katrina, I know you're not here, but Katrina Renault. Also, she won the hat on auction for $2,000 when we were in Bimini. So she's a very special human. So Katrina, I love you. Everybody else loves you. You deserve this.
Thank you, Allie, and thank you so much, Katrina. It's so inspiring to have you with us. All right, our next award, Casey.
This goes out to our outstanding paddler mentor. This year, we had about 30 mentors for our paddlers. These mentors are here for all the paddlers, for any questions, concerns they have. Our mentors want to make sure that all of our paddlers feel safe and confident, that they're successful. And this specific mentor this year, from the very beginning, he asked to have more mentees. He said, bring them on. I want to teach them everything I know. I want them to be successful. He held Zoom meetings with people that are across the world. He was there to help us on the back end when we needed it. And I'm very honored to present this Outstanding Paddler Mentor Award to John Rudischhauser.
Congratulations, John. We love you. All right. we are down to the final awards here, and then we've got some exciting things coming up with the live auction and a few more really special items. But these next awards are the most special of all the specialty awards because they are our CF Warrior Awards. These awards go to the participants who were in the crossing, paddlers that have cystic fibrosis, and I'm going to call them out. I'm going to call the whole group out and invite them up if you're here in person. And for those online watching, we thank you so much. The CF Warrior Awards this year go to Mark Cotterill, Tyler Engel, Scott Johnson, Riley Riakenna, Piper Suit, Stephen Walter. Thank you so much. Come on up. Hey, let's do this. Let's do this one at a time. Riley, congratulations. Congratulations, Riley. And Stephen Walter. Thank you so much, Stephen. And Piper couldn't be here this evening, but just a big shout out to Piper. This was her first year paddling, and I am just so proud of you, Piper. I love you so much. It was a proud dad moment to see you get out on the ocean and do it. All right, I'm going to invite back up Josh Ferris for a special thanks. Come on up, Josh.
What's up, dude? Yeah, very good. All right, guys, a couple more thank yous here, but they are very important. I know sometimes we get a little long-winded, but that's because we want to make sure everyone knows how important they are. Real quick, I'd like to thank Palm Beach Fire Rescue Battalion Chief Geraldine Amarillo. She comes out every year, support staff, right? The Director of Aquatics, Doug Yoakum. The Chief of Ocean Rescue, Matt Botts. They're always here every year helping out the beach and keeping everybody safe on the beach. We couldn't do it without them. All these paddlers that come in from the ocean and they hit the beach, we couldn't do it without this team. Jet Ride always gives us jet skis every year to help shuttle back and forth people, teams, go out and respond to any kind of issues that we have. So I want to Shane McAway, William Phillips, and Gene Sullivan for riding those jet skis for us, and Jet Ride for doing that. The Leisure Services Department, Lauren Bennett, City of Lake Worth, Emmerich Jean Com, and the Lake Worth Beach Commissioner, Sarah Malega, for coming out and supporting the beach landing along with Jennifer Napolitano. And to our medical and safety team, we start now tracking people from Florida over to Bimini. A lot of you guys got float plans this year, and it was something new, and we're going to start taking responsibility for this event before you guys even leave Florida. So I got a few people to thank from our team that made that possible, because I could not do it all by myself. Neither could anyone do anything here by themselves. It takes a big team. First of all, I want to thank our safety captains. All right, we have Kyle Shea, Chris Molinaro, neither of which are in the house. We have Tony Brazzali in the house tonight. Give it up for Captain Tony. Nick Farini. We have Stephen Tedeschi's here. Is Stephen still here? There he is. Stephen's still here. Ratchner Kazian. And Drew Craig, which is normally a medic, but give it up for Captain Drew Craig this year. So you guys heard me present an award to Randy Alfonso earlier, director down at Memorial Regional Hospital. Every year, once again, she applies us with medical supplies, but she also reaches out to all the nurses that are in the department and sees who wants to help us out. So I want to give a big thank you to the medical staff that we have. RN Karen Avila, RN Olivia Rutherford, RN Jen Planis, RN Mark Desmarates, and RN Taylor Nixon, who is here. So give it up for Taylor. This was her first time coming on this year, and I'm confident she'll be coming on next year. She's very excited. Evelyn Aguilar was also a first-timer this year, firefighter paramedic, right, Drew? And we want to give it up for Dean Thurston's a returning firefighter paramedic, for Dean Thurston. Guys, we couldn't do it without these guys. And one major credential that we couldn't do it without is Dr. Ray Vasquez. And Dr. Ray was here earlier. He's been a very important part of this team and making everything that we have as far as support staff happen. All of our medical team, all of our medical policies have stemmed from Ray. So we're extremely grateful to Ray Vasquez. I'm going to read a few things about him here. He's got 37 years of experience as an MD here in the Palm Beach County area. I can speak to his accomplishments and his accolades for the next hour probably. That's not what we're here to recognize. The Piper's Angels Foundation has had the honor and the privilege to have a working relationship with Dr. Ray since 2018. As the crossing has grown exponentially, the need for medical support and safety protocols surrounding the event have been unquestionable. And most of you have been here through the growth of this event, know that. Through the Admiral Sean Dunleavy's wherewithal, he formed a partnership with Dr. Ray back in 2018, and it's been unbroken ever since. So Dr. Ray's come on board, offered his knowledge, his expertise in every way possible to support this event, and foundation has never once asked for anything in return. It's a common thread with people who keep getting recognized. You know, it's selfless service, and that's what most of us are up here to do. Throughout the year, we call Dr. Ray for guidance and help on a myriad of different issues revolving safety, and every year we get better equipped under his tutelage. So once again, we're very thankful for him. I can personally say that Dr. Ray will never know the level of appreciation that I have for him as this partnership has blossomed into a friendship as him coming out every year. I will cherish that friendship forever. I've spent enough time with this guy to be able to say that it's no longer a partnership that we have with him, and we're not connected through this foundation, but we're connected as soul brothers, all right, because we spent a lot of time together and we've connected on a personal level. Not often do you get a director, let alone an MD and a surgeon, that will ride on a boat in the middle of the ocean with no food. Now, we didn't mean to have no food. We just forgot food. So we survived. All you guys were at the beach landing, right? So Dr. Ray walks up next to me. Hey, Josh, what's up? I had no idea he was even in Bimini. I thought he was in West Palm Beach. I'm like, okay, great. He's like, I'm riding on the boat with you. Even better. We happened to forget food, so we survived on peanut butter filled pretzels for about 12 hours. So we had a laugh at that. All right. Next year, he brings his own vessel over. Unexpectedly, last minute. Hey, I got a boat. I'm joining the safety team out in the ocean. We go out. There's Dr. Ray. He's got a boat. Never asked him to help do any of this stuff. Only thing we asked him for is guidance. But he shows up more and more every year. And one last thing. I'm coming back from Bimini back over to Lake Worth this past year. And he says, let me know when you get back. You're probably going to be setting up, and I'll come out and join you. So he comes out to the Lake Worth Pier as I'm setting up about 10 p.m., and he's got a big hiking pack, like a through hiking pack on. He brings out a sleeping mat, a chair, a pillow, and he's sleeping, snoring on the beach, or snoring on the Lake Worth Pier all night long. Tell me where you're ever going to find another medical director, surgeon, medical doctor that's going to do these types of things with you. And once again, I can't thank him enough. He's been absolutely amazing. I know I've been long-winded, but I had to say this about him because I truly cherish his partnership. The foundation truly cherishes his partnership, and I cherish his friendship. So thank you, guys. Give a big round of applause for Dr. Ray.
Thank you, Josh. No, that's great. Thank you, Josh. We got our fundraising stretch goal prizes to select and announce coming up and our live auction items. But first, I have two very special awards to give out. We've never given these awards out before, and it occurred to me this year, it's been a heck of a road building Piper's Angels Foundation from scratch. We're talking, 0 paddlers, 0 fundraising, 0 donors from scratch. And building a grassroots organization from scratch is not easy. And I've got 2 people I'd like to honor as a part of that we stand here today 10 years later from the crossing, 7 years later into Piper's Angels Foundation existence. And we set out to become one of the most impactful grassroots organizations in the country and now growing into the world. And 7 years later, we are that. We are what we dreamed to be. And it wouldn't have been possible with 2 very early people along this journey that really contributed on a massive level. It wouldn't have happened without them. It couldn't have happened without them. And these 2 awards are the 2 most special awards that I have personally ever given to anybody related to this foundation or organization. And we have a phenomenal board, and we have since day one. We've been building the board of directors, but these folks aren't board members. They're non-board members. These people committed their lives to building this foundation to be what it is today. And so I've got 2 very special awards here that are these crystal awards. They're really beautiful. They've got the Piper's Angels logo on top. And they were really nice awards. And I wanted to get something that could sit on somebody's desk or shelf or in their home. And what this award really represents is a legacy. It represents whether they were gone tomorrow or not. It represents what they have built, because what they have built will live long beyond them, and it will impact tens of thousands of people that they will never meet. And for everything that we've been through as a foundation, for everything that we've been through, which many of you know, the adversity that we have faced to get to this point, the challenges, these people have stuck through from the beginning and have maintained the bearing of this ship even when I couldn't. So this award is called the Honorary Co-Founder Award, because a lot of people, right, they refer to me as the founder of the organization. But that may be true. It might have been a crazy idea to paddle across the ocean. It may have been a broken-hearted dad who wanted to do something for his daughter and those families. But it wasn't possible with me. It was possible with these people who devoted themselves. So this first Honorary Co-Founder Award says Courage, Commitment, and Community on the award. It goes to Ayanna Sugarman. And I had a really hard time designing these awards because I know she could have designed it better.
You know, the one thing I hate is being in front of the camera. I really
don't know what to say. I came here to Florida, had no friends or family here. And I met Travis when I was at a dark spot and about to leave. I was like, that's my brother. I found a soul brother, and he convinced me. Didn't even need to convince me, but his passion is palpable, and his daughter was precious, and I just said, what do I have to lose? Let's just jump into this. It was more like, hey, I want you to work with us. I'm like, I don't know how to run a nonprofit. He goes, neither do I. But I think with our backgrounds, we can do it together. 5 years later, it was only supposed to be a few months, maybe a year. So I just thank you. This has become my family here.
Thank you, Ayana. It's impossible to put into words how many late nights and weekends and hours she has put into building this foundation. So I have one more of these very special awards. In 2017, I was in Marco Island, and I was at a big crossroads in my life. Everything that I had built up until that point in time, every dream that I had, and really reality had been totally shattered with Piper's diagnosis. And I was really dreaming with a broken heart, and I didn't know what that looked like and what that meant. I just knew that these families were suffering, and these families were in more pain than I had seen any other humans go through. And I just couldn't bear to see these children go through what they were going through without trying to figure out a way to do something about it. So we created Piper's Angels Foundation. But the challenge with starting a nonprofit is you need to have fundraisers. So in a short conversation on this gentleman's couch in Marco Island in his apartment, I said, you know, I know we did the crossing in 2013 and it was crazy and it sort of worked, but, you know, do you think more people would do it? And he said, hell yeah, I think more people would do it because I'll be the first to sign up. And we put the date up on the calendar in his apartment. And in 2017, we had 34 paddlers and 10 boats. We raised, if I remember correctly, around $134,000. But get this. Of that $134,000, to this day, this record has not been broken. This gentleman raised single-handedly $50,000. When you're starting an organization, $50,000 is an insane amount of funding, right, to get an organization going and off the ground. And that year, he paddled solo and made it iron in 2017. He paddled many more years. He has been an instrumental part of our team in innumerable ways. He has helped build this foundation from the ground up. He's been an incredible best friend, father, police officer of the year in Marco Island. To many of you, especially the ladies, I hear you always talking about him behind the scenes. Some people refer to him as Captain America. Now he's our director of safety, and he pours his heart and soul. Heart and soul. This guy has 3 kids at home, 2 twins, 2 he brought tonight. He has a farm, he's got a wife, he's got a job, he's got a life, and he still devotes every extra minute to this foundation and to this event and to keeping all of us safe, to making the hardest calls that you have to make in this event. So this honorary co-founder award goes for the courage, the commitment, and the community building of the one and only Josh Ferris. I wanted to go for the awkward long hug, but I shortened it. But
Oh, gosh. All right, you guys can forget all those accolades because that's not what I'm here for. This whole thing started out a friend helping a friend. So if anyone could take anything from everything that he just said is be there for the people you love and do everything you can for them. If you truly do have true friendships, true family, and true loved ones, do everything you can for them. And that's one thing I'd like for you guys to take from this particular award. Thank you.
that's for Bodie. All right. So a couple last things to mention before we get to the last couple items of this evening. Thank you guys for hanging in there with us. Our live auction items and our fundraising stretch goal winners. But we mentioned it earlier, Scott Johnson is our double lung transplant paddler, CF warrior, incredible human. We have our feature documentary we're working on with him. Michaela Wheeler is the director. It's been an incredible project. We have fundraised over $50,000 to support that project. Thank you all for all your contributions to make it happen. It's been a long, multi-year process. We're finalizing the sound and audio on it. We have our trailer that is the final trailer being made. It is now going to be going to and submitted to between 20 to 30 film festivals around the country. And we're really excited for you all to see it when it comes out. So I invite you all to keep your ears and eyes open as it comes out. And we will have updates as much as possible, but get ready because it's coming. So thank you, Scott Johnson, for everything you've done to be a part of that film, and Michaela Wheeler. Don't forget that registration is opening August 1st. So, last year we had a record-breaking number of registrations. In August, we had 80 registrations. The event caps out at 200. We always have an attrition rate, so we're learning to work around that. We had 205 registered in the event, and by the time we got to Bimini, we had, I think, 179 off the beach. So, people get injured, people move, people get military relocations, all kinds of things. But keep an eye out for the registration coming out soon. Talk to your friends and family. I do think this year it will sell out. I think it's going to be an incredible year, and we want all of you to be a part of it who have been a special part of it for all these years. All right. So, we're going to live auction some stuff. Where are we at? Let's do the live auction.
Oh, I was going to do stretch goals.
Let's do live auction.
Okay.
So, the live auction items, if I could get a hand. We got that cooler.
Another hand, possibly?
We got this beautiful David Scroll art piece.
Called Bimini Blue.
Yep.
If you're not sure why, take a look with your eyes.
All right, we're going to start. If somebody doesn't mind grabbing that cooler for me and rolling it over here by the stage,
this is a sign that we need help, please. David Wenkos, I see you.
All right.
Good job.
So the first live auction item, we're going to start with this one. It's a delicious item.
Thank you.
Tell
them about the unofficial ice cream party after the award ceremony,
right,
Travis.
Yeah. The unofficial ice cream party after the award ceremony is right downstairs at Kilwin's. So if you're up for some ice cream, this is the best place to go. And we have a special package from them. It's probably got a retail value of $150. It's a lot of chocolate, a lot of good stuff, a lot of sweet treats. We'll start the bidding at $25. Who's got $25 for the Kilwins chocolate basket? $50. We got 50 on the right, 50 on the left. Anybody got 60? $60 for the Kilwins chocolate basket. Anybody got 70? $75 to Sean Dunleavy over here on the right. Anybody got $85 for... We got a Benjamin. We got a $100 bill for this Kilwins chocolate basket. Somebody's eating sweet treats tonight.
Take it home to your kids.
Anybody got 110? 110 for the Kilwins sweet treats basket. Anybody? Anybody? We got a $100 on it. Going once, going twice. Sold. $100.
He's got 2 young kids at home. I'm sure he'll give them chocolate before bed. Thank you, Drew. A great representation of someone who's watching from the sidelines for a few years, wanting to get involved, and now he's a medic, super involved the past 3 years. So thank you, Drew.
All right, we got this super awesome igloo cooler, the Trailmate. It's got some incredible features on it. Fishing rod holders.
It's the best thing. It's the best thing I bought for my whole crossing this year, by far.
Telescoping handle so you can roll it out.
There's a tray inside.
It's got a tray. All kinds of good stuff. I think the retail value is what?
$250.
$250. All right, we're going to start the bidding at $150. Who's got $150 on the Trailmate igloo cooler?
Show them the branding.
$150. Anybody got $175? $175 on the Trailmate cooler. $175.
Y'all, it's got a Crossing logo. Come on.
Anybody got $200? $200 on the Trailmate rolling cooler. Take it to Bimini next year. It's got Crossing logos on it. $200. We got $200. Anybody got $225? $225 on the igloo Trailmate cooler. $225. $225. $225. We got $200. Anybody got $225? $225. Anybody got $250 up front? Thank you, Bob Suit. $250. Anybody gonna beat $250? $250. It's got very durable wheels, rolls over sand, all kinds of terrain. $275. $275. $275. Anybody got $300? $300 for the Trailmate igloo cooler. Anybody got $300?
The logo adds extra value, obviously.
$300 up here in the front. We got $300. Anybody got $325? $325 on the igloo Trailmate cooler. $325. $325. Anybody got $325? $300 going once. $300 going twice. $300 sold to Bob Suit up front.
Please come to us afterwards so we can put your donations towards our classy and get towards $700,000.
Very handy cooler. All right. Were you donating something to the live auction? Did somebody say something?
Yeah.
What was it you were donating?
Well, I will be donating a free lesson, skimboarding, proning, or SUP to anyone, 2-hour session. So that is my contribution.
Thanks,
One-on-one.
So, a 2-hour session with the 3-time world champion skimboarder, Casey, either SUP or skimboarding, maybe both. Who's got starting bid of $100 on the session with Casey? Austin's got $100. Anybody got $125? $125. Anybody got $150? $150 at the 2-hour session with the 3-time world champ. $150? Anybody got $150? $150?
You don't have to pay extra for a selfie, but only if you go. No selfies allowed beforehand.
Anybody got $150 on the session with Casey? Anybody? We'll even throw in her husband, Chris. We got a bonus entry for Chris now. You get a 2-package of the husband power couple duo. Anybody got $150? $150 over here on the left. Anybody got $175? Anybody got $175 on the 2-hour session with 3-time world champion Casey and her awesome and adorable husband, Chris? Anybody? Anybody? So it's $150? $150 going once? $150 going twice? Sold!
We're at $550, right? $550.
You got it.
And what exactly is it's a? Okay, Cassie, quickly, Cassie, come up real quick. So this next live auction item is $150. Oh. Okay, we might have to. Can you do another session? I can totally do another. We got another session for $250. Oh yeah, there is a delay on the live stream. Cassie, so we have a shark dive with the one and only Cassandra. So this shark dive would include sharks. Sharks. Right here in Jupiter, Florida, this is an open water dive.
The Crossing loves sharks, if you haven't seen our viral video.
So if you want to go out, what is it, a half day? Cassie, is it a half day?
So after the recent event, very well handled, I heard there were a lot of people that want to go shark diving. So this might be the perfect opportunity to... Hello.
We can't hear you.
Sorry. Is this better?
Yes.
Okay. After the recent events, that was handled very well. Yes, thank you for handling that very calmly. That was perfectly executed. I heard a lot of people want to go shark diving. So it would be about 3 hours out in the open ocean. You do not have to be dive certified, but you get to go see sharks out in the ocean and see what they're really about.
Wonderful. All right, what would you value
$100.
What would the retail value be for a shark dive? Like $450? $200. All right, we're going to start the bidding at $200 for the Cassie Shark Dive. $200 over here on our left. Anybody got $225? $225 for the Shark Whisperer, Acknowledgments. Anybody got $250? $250. $250 over here to Mr. President of the Board, Small Subject. $275. $275. $300. $300. Anybody got $325 for the Shark Dive? $325. Anybody got $350? $350 for the shark dive off Jupiter. Swim with the sharks and Cassie. Fins up. Anybody got $350? $350? $350? We got $325. Going once. $350 to David Scrolla. $350 to David Scrolla. $375 to Kyle Acknowledgments. Anybody got $400? Anybody 400? Anybody got $425? Anybody got $425? 400 to Steven. 400? $425 to Laura. Anybody got $450? $450? Anybody got $450 on the shark dive? Who wants to swim with the sharks? Baby shark, do 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 do. Baby shark. Mama shark, dude. Okay. Where were we? Darn, I lost my place. $450. Anybody got $450? Were we at $450 or we need $450? Where were we at? $450? $425. We're at $425. Anybody got $450 for the shark dive? We got $450 to Danny. Anybody got $475? Can Nicholas go? $500 to the Scrolla family. $500. $500. $525. 5 1/4. Do we got 5 1/4? Anybody? 5 1/4. I mean, she is like a world-renowned biologist and shark diver and extraordinaire of everything. That includes, that's an extra value of at least a few $100. I've lost track. I'm 525. Yes, 525. Thanks for getting me back on track. 525. Anybody got 550? 550 for the shark dive. Going once, 525. Going twice, 525. Sold, $525 to Laura and Kyle. Thank you, Cassie.
Oh.
And congratulations. Thank you, Gunther Schwartz, for second Casey lesson. Thank you, Gunther. And a big round of applause and congratulations to Kyle and Laura in their new engagement. If you didn't know, Kyle proposed to Laura in Bimini this year. Some romance in the islands. All right, our next live auction item, this beautiful Bimini blue water photograph by the one and only David Scarola, who is here. David, will you help install this at somebody's house if they win it? No. No, he... Yes, okay, yes, he will. It is signed by David Scarola. David, do you want to add, do you have anything to say about this piece?
Nope.
You were in the water?
Yeah, I fell asleep and my camera just kept firing. And, this beautiful picture of Bimini sky and water happened.
Perfect. All right, so this is a hammered chrome frame. It will look beautiful wherever you decide to put it. What was our final amount so far? $2,000. The retail value on it is $3,500. So we got some work to do. Is anybody in the house want to bid $2,100 for it? Or $2,000 on the live stream? $2,100? Anybody? $2,100? Anybody on the live stream? Got $2,100 to beat the $2,000 we currently have. Anybody? All right. Who's the live stream $2,000 person? Do we know? Oh, Paul Smolchek. Who wants to outbid Paul Smolchek for this beautiful photo? All right, we're going once for the beautiful Bimini Blues. Going twice. Sold to Mr. Paul Smolchek. Awesome. Congratulations, Paul. Thank you so much, David, for contributing this amazing prize. And now for what you all have been waiting for. We have the fundraising stretch goals that many of you were a part of. Some of you are going to win something really amazing right now. We announced some of these already. Wanted to give a shout out this year to our top fundraising captains. Coming in fifth, Scott Ames at $1,157. In fourth, Shayna McNevin, $2,326. In third, Rick Thomas, $2,752. In second, Tommy Luke, $3,752. And our top fundraising captain this year, Sean Dunleavy, $6,178. This is a fundraising event, and we are gearing up to hit $1 million next year. And the way we're going to do that is every single person in this event, we're going to be encouraging and inspiring to fundraise. Captain, crew, paddler, everybody, staff, volunteers. That's how we're going to get to $1 million. All right. We had a great contribution for Black Project fins and paddles this year. The first 10 people to hit $2,500 won a Black Project fin. Thank you to those 10 people, and thank you to Black Project. Anybody who hit $5,000 in fundraising received a Black Project paddle, a $650 carbon paddle. Beautiful. Thank you, Chris Freeman out of Hawaii, for those Black Project paddles. The next was a David Scarola photography prize pack. And
No. First was blue.
Well,
Oh, sorry, $750. We're going first.
So any paddler who raises $7,500 was entered into a drawing to win a David Scarola personalized photography session. David, what's this session valued at? This personalized session with you? Any paddler who raised over $7,500 was entered into this drawing with David Scarola for a personalized photography session. And the winner
we gotta choose it.
Of those folks who raised over $7,500
Gotta choose it.
goes to Casey. Make the selection.
Oh, wow, okay.
Good luck. Good luck, everybody.
And our winner is Romy Wallace.
Oh, wow. She's taking a clean sweep out of a lot tonight. Well, for having over $30,000 in fundraising, you deserve it. Now, the next awesome prize from our awesome sponsor, Blue, and the Carmichael family in the house, the Nomad battery-powered dive system from Blue, valued at $1,799. Quite a prize. Goes to any paddlers who fundraise and hit the $10,000 benchmark.
Casey, no pressure.
And the winner, and look at how many tickets we got in there. And the winner goes to
Chris Farney.
Oh, they were standing right next to each other. That's crazy.
It's not rigged, we promise.
That's amazing. Congratulations, Chris. Nice to have both of our winners in the house. And then, so the next prize. Now, we don't have to select this one. This one was a guarantee. But this went to any individual who fundraised over $25,000. The first 3 fundraisers to get to $25,000 were going to get a brand new custom flying fish paddleboard valued at $3,900. And our only individual to top $25,000 in fundraising was Romy Wallach.
Be like Romy. Tell everybody that you run into what you're doing and ask them to donate, and 60% will.
Be like Romy.
Be like Romy.
All right. And the top grand prize, we mentioned it earlier, the Bahamian Adventure to Paradise Vacation, the top fundraising team with this magnificent dream vacation for 4 people to the Great Exuma's Grand Isle Resort for the Bahamian experience of a lifetime, includes a private luxury charter flight with Ascend via Makers Air, one-of-a-kind excursions, lunch at Staniel K Yacht Club, resort and restaurant. This incredible package valued at over $20,000. Thank you, Bahamas Ministry of Tourism. Thank you to all the partners and sponsors. The flight valued at over $13,000. The stay valued at over $5,000.
The whole trip is valued over $20,000. The winner is
Team
Ellie's Angels B23. What a great representation of an out-of-state team that can do so much. They had one CF connection, and look at what they did. It's just truly amazing.
All right, I'd like to invite up our leadership team. If you had a leadership role, come up on camera. Board members, all board members, team leads for the event. If you had a team lead position, our staff, come up to the stage, please, so we can wish our live stream audience a final goodbye. Thank you all so much. Please, if you're in the house, take some food or pizza with you. Head downstairs for some awesome ice cream.
Unofficial ice cream party at Kilwin's downstairs.
What's our
beach?
Do we have a total on the fundraising where we including all these prizes? Does anybody have a total of where we're at? Anybody? Nobody was adding it up. Oh darn. Well, that's anticlimactic.
Well, we don't know, but we do know that Paul Smolchek is donating his portion to Ashley Williams, which will help her hit her fundraising minimum, which is a huge contribution. And that $2,000 will get us over to $700,000 unofficially. We're unofficially there.
So I was given a round number of we're probably at around $694,000 in total fundraising. So.
Because there is another $2,500 that's not accounted for yet. When Team Seakeepers in the Bahamas donated $2,500 for the hat, rather than doing it directly to Sean's, they're actually going to take that out of the amount that they would normally have taken on the nonprofit side.
So another $2,500 is $6,965. $696,500 means we have $3,500 left to hit. I'm going to say personally, I'm going to put in $1,000 right now. That's $697,500. Can anybody help me make up the other $2,500? Anybody got $500 or $1,000 that you can help make this happen right now so we can all celebrate $700,000? $500. That's $698,000. $1,000. $6,999.
$699,000.
$699,000. So it's been a long week, year. We're 1,000 away. Anybody got $250, $500? Anybody online? You don't know if he's checking the live stream. We're 1,000 away. $1,000 officially puts us together. Ladies and gentlemen, give yourself a huge round of applause and pat on the back. $700,000 in fundraising. Woo! Yeah! The first time we ever put a 7 in front of that number. Thank you, everybody, so much tonight for your contributions. Thank you for putting that last 1,000 in.
Leonard, is this good? You yelled at me. Oh, come closer. If you guys aren't following Locale Films, please follow them because they're doing a recap video of The Crossing. And they're documenting Blue's journey throughout The Crossing. So we love Locale Films. We love all your film people you bring, all your photographers you bring them all to The Crossing. We always appreciate it. So thank you all so much.
Congratulations, everybody. The Crossing 2023. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We love you. And we'll see you on the water soon.
And good night.
And good night. That's a wrap.